I told my mom, I don't have a vaginal opening. Like it's just not there. And she was like, are you sure about that? And I was like, I'm sure. And she's like, can I look? And I said, no, make me an appointment at a gynecologist, please. And she said, okay. She takes me to the gynecologist, and I immediately informed the people there that I don't have an opening, that I'm pretty sure I have a microperforate hymen. And they're like, no, it's normal for young women to not know their bodies. We'll show you where things are at. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, you're about to look foolish. And they did look foolish, because I spread my legs and they go to do a pap smear. Where do you do a pap smear? Where does the pap go? What is the pap when there's no vagina? They were like, you can't even get a pinky in here. And I said, will you stop trying? Like, it hurts. They try to put things in. But again, the opening is the size of a pin and the flesh is quite thick. So it's absolutely impossible. And they're like, wow, we've never seen anything like this. Can we bring in the secretary? She's been in the business a long time. And I said, sure. And then they bring in a medical student. And the medical student is like, oh, I think I saw this in one of my textbooks. And I was like, take a picture, it'll last longer. Because I'm 17. I was sitting with like a crowd of people staring at my medical anomaly of a vagina. And then they come to me and they say, hey, do you mind if we bring in a doctor with more experience who could do a surgery for you, which it sounds like might be necessary. He's a man, but he's religious and he has a family. And I was like, I don't care. Stop talking. Just bring in the person who can give me help. And they did. And he was able to confirm that I had a microperforate hymen and that it would be necessary to do an exploratory surgery. Oh, I forgot the part where it's exploratory, because they don't know if I have a vaginal canal. They don't know if I have female internal organs. They tried to figure it out through an anal exam. And that was horrible. I cringe to even think about it like now. So he says we're going to do an exploratory surgery where we make an X incision into the hymen. And we'll go from there. So I was like, okay. So they knocked me out for the surgery, which cost $5,000, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that I didn't have health insurance for any of this. So they knocked me out for the surgery. And then when I come to, they say that it went pretty well. They were able to remove my protective seal, if you will, and find that I did have a vaginal canal, and it appeared that I had regular or typical female organs. I was in a huge amount of pain. I cried in the car ride home because every single bump hurt so bad. I couldn't ride in the car for about a week, and I was out of school for a week as well. I also had a catheter for 3 days. It was supposed to only be 1, but I wasn't able to urinate after the first day, and that sensation was just awful. Awful. I think it took like 2 to 3 weeks to heal, and the gynecologist checked it out and said everything went great. It looks all normal. I don't remember looking at that area of my body again. Like after that, I was a little traumatized, but I have had compliments on my hymenectomy. I had a gynecologist say once, like, wow, your surgeon did a great job. Some surgeons have no respect for the hymen. So I'm pretty pleased with how that went.